It was time to reconquer Gaul and Egypt. Now these broke away recently. The Gallic Empire around 260, led by Emperor Marcus Cassinius Latinus Postumus, who basically set up his own Roman Empire with a Senate and all that. It was supported by the provinces of Britannia, Gaul, Hispania, and even Raetia. However, after his death in 269, Hispania turned back to the Roman side, while Roman Emperor Claudius II retook the territories east of the Rhone with no resistance. Now, if the state breaks away from a larger state due to instability, you would expect it to be more stable. But the Gallic Empire actually has its own crisis of emperors coming and going after the death of Postumus. Pretty ironic. Meanwhile, the Palmyrene Empire was led by a queen, Queen Zenobia, although she ruled on behalf of her underage son. Now, if Egypt actually broke away under Zenobia and stopped grain export to the rest of the empire, that would have been a massive problem, so Aurelian had to stop this possibility. Now, unlike previous emperors, Aurelian could actually focus on crushing these two, deciding to crush Zenobia first because grain. He invaded the Palmyrene Empire both on land and navally, which finally made Zenobia drop the act of ruling on behalf of the empire and claim the mandate of heaven. Found her own Palmyrene Empire. The armies met in Antioch, with the Palmyrene army's general, Zabdas, falling for the oldest trick in the history of warfare post the taming of the horse. Can you guess what it is? I'm sure you get it within 3 tries. Yep, a faint retreat by the other side's cavalry. So yeah, the Palmyrene army lost. Later, a second battle took place, and somehow the general fell for it again. Aurelian reintegrated the Palmyrene Empire and probably spared Zenobia while purging the officials that supported her. The Gallic Empire was a very quick affair. All it took was one battle, and the Gallic Emperor Tetricus might have actually coordinated with Aurelian to lose. What evidence is there for this? Well, he was made governor of Lucania. Great name, by the way, I approve, and his son was granted a senatorial rank. Why might he have coordinated with Aurelian? To not be executed by his own generals for simply surrendering to Aurelian without a fight, of course. Now that he restored the world, what next? He held a triumph and had big plans to invade Persia. The restorer of the world would finally stabilize the eastern frontier. Except a year later, Aurelian was to be dead.